Welcome to BAM, Badass Moms with Lori and Jenny. We are moms on a mission to share women's stories about life, fitness, aging, relationships, travel, and much more. Hello, friends, and thanks for listening. I just wanted to take a second to give you a quick reminder about subscribing to the show. If you have not already, just take a moment and do so. This will make sure that you never miss a daily bite or an upcoming episode. And in addition to that, if you have a few extra moments and like to drop us a review, we'd really appreciate it. And there's also a sponsor of the show located at the bottom of all of our episodes. Once again, thank you for listening. Thank you for being badass.
Hey friends, it's Jenny with today's Daily Bite, and today I wanted to share my insights from teaching my first semester of college. Yesterday I had my final class of the semester, and I thought there was something that just popped up right towards the end of the semester that I found really interesting. First of all, I started having colleagues telling me that they were having people not showing up to class, not doing assignments, and things like that. And that did not happen in my class. I still had full attendance all the way up to the end, which was amazing. But a couple of things did stand out. I had one presentation that the kids all did. I shouldn't say kids, the young adults all did. And it was a rough one for quite a few of them. And so the grades weren't as great as usual. And so I did offer them the opportunity to redo them if they wanted, redo the presentations if they wanted. And nobody took me up on it, which was fine. I was glad that I gave them the opportunity. So then fast forward to the final, and the final exam was due today, and 3 students did not complete the final exam. And I just thought it was interesting. And of course, my first thought was why would they not have done the final? Are they lazy? Is something wrong? Should I check on them? Or do they just not care? All those things kind of went through my head. And then I flashed back on something that my daughter said early on in the semester when I was telling her about an assignment that I wanted to assign to the students. And I told her about this assignment that I wanted them to do. And she looked at me and she said, "Mom, if that assignment was on my syllabus, I would calculate exactly how much it was worth and how much it would impact my grade if I didn't do it. And if it didn't impact my grade, I would skip it," which I thought was super interesting. And I kind of thought she was kidding. But what I have realized, so that I kind of remembered that when I was thinking about their finals. So the 3 students that didn't take their finals, it's going to impact their grade, but not enough that it will even go down 1 letter grade. And I was thinking that these students seem to approach things way differently than I did. So I never would have thought about something on the syllabus or some sort of an assignment as being optional at all. And I would have probably killed myself to do it. In fact, I'm sure I did many all-nighters, put myself in extreme stress type situations to get everything completed. And I'm not saying these kids aren't stressed out. I think that I'm sure it's they've got a lot going on with their finals and stuff like that. But what I find different is that they are almost looking at it like a budget. They're looking at it like, where do I need to spend the majority of my time and what's going to make the biggest impact? And that's where they are going. So, if in my class they don't do a final and it doesn't impact their grade, and they know they can use that time to do something in another class that they need to do something extra in, or that they need to make sure that they bump their grade up or whatever the case may be, they're going to go where they need to put that energy. So anyway, it was just kind of an interesting perspective. And I did ask my daughter about it. And the other thing that she said, she's like, I am allowed to have 4 absences before it impacts my grade. And she said, I use every one of them. I don't use more than that, but I know if I need a mental health day, I'm going to take it. And so, I relate that too to the workforce, right? When people are struggling with the different generations in the workforce, we don't usually ask the question, why could they be doing this? What's the motivation behind it? We automatically assume where my brain went, right, was, are they lazy? Did something happen? Is something wrong with them? What's going on here? Instead of asking the question. And when you ask the question, you find the answer might be very different than what you initially thought. So anyway, I think it's kind of cool that they're taking a little bit more control of their own experience, I guess, and they're weighing the pros and the cons of where they need to put their energy and what they need to focus on. So just wanted to share that with you. I hope it is helpful or at least insightful, and I'll talk to you soon.